This morning, breaking news, charges laid over a gun scare that rocks Sydney's eastern suburbs. Iran takes over Oman over the Strait of Hormuz, the US not invited to sit at the table. A bucket list experience disaster for this holidaying couple in Broome, and shocking new vision of the hero nurse whose martial arts skills came in handy at a Brisbane hospital. That's all coming up on the Sunrise Early News.
Live across Australia, this is Sunrise Early News.
Good morning and breaking news. 2 men have been charged following a gun scare in Sydney's eastern suburbs. Panicked shoppers spotted a man in a bulletproof vest sitting outside a restaurant in the entertainment precinct at Moore Park with a gun holstered on his chest. The weapon is confirmed to have been fake, a plastic pistol. 2 men aged 35 and 39 have been arrested. The younger man charged with weapons offences to face court today, and the other charged with drug offences. Former radio host Alan Jones is back in court today, pleading not guilty after explosive allegations erupted on day one of his trial. The 85-year-old was present as the court heard the graphic first testimony from a well-known sports star whose identity remains under lock and key. 76 witnesses will be called over the 4-month period. Jones's lawyer claims his media arch-rival Ray Hadley is driving the accusations, saying they just received new evidence but wouldn't disclose the details. Support for Victoria's coalition is soaring following Labor's leadership challenge that saw former Premier Jacinta Allen fall on her sword last week. The Redbridge Accent poll shows the coalition benefiting from Labor's mess, striving ahead on the primary vote while support for both Labor and One Nation dropped. Liberal leader Jess Wilson is steaming ahead of Ben Carroll as preferred Premier, with Ms Wilson sitting at 32% and Mr Carroll sitting at just 19%. The US has been excluded from negotiations over the Strait of Hormuz, Iran keeping matters in the Middle East with Oman. Live to Marley Hogan in the US. Marley, what's the latest for us?
Eddie, good morning. Well, just on those negotiations that you mentioned, there's actually contradicting statements about that. Iran says that it is not in direct talks with the United States and instead that it's talking with Oman about reopening the Strait of Hormuz. That's different to what the US is saying. They are insisting that peace talks with Iran have begun today. US President Donald Trump just spoke a short time ago from the Oval Office where he said those discussions were taking place, that he would have it that the American people and the rest of the world might find out what is going on in those conversations as early as today and tomorrow, and that he called off an attack on Iran because, in his words, they were begging to return to the negotiating table. Take a listen.
Talks are going along. We were going to hit them very hard yesterday, and they said, we want to talk. We want to talk about the Strait, but more importantly, from my standpoint, we want to talk about the denuclearization of Iran.
So we will have to wait and see if we will get any more information about these negotiations. It has become a familiar pattern for the US president to say that he is going to hit Iran hard and then back out at the last minute to continue with these negotiations. Eddie.
Thank you, Miley. Well, 2 men have been badly injured in what easily could have been catastrophic building collapse on a work site in Sydney. A 2-storey wall crumbled, sending hundreds of bricks crashing into cars. One man telling 7 News only God saved him from certain death.
From the rubble, a miracle survival. A construction worker on a morning break when a wall collapsed on top of him. Another tradie in his car trapped under a pile of bricks, pulled to safety by strangers.
It was a big sound, like boom. It's like some bomb blasted. I saw one customer, I just served him and he was on the floor.
The chaos unfolded on Wattle Street around 11 a.m, shutting down the Shell petrol station and a nearby office block. These pictures obtained by 7 News show heavy machinery tearing down the building just 20 minutes before the brick wall crumbled. A food delivery rider describing his close call.
Like 2 minutes before, I was by the wall. I was parked there and I heard a lot of noise, so I changed my place.
This worker was at the wall minutes before it fell but stepped out to buy a drink.
I got all my stuff right at that corner there where most of the damage is. I'm just blessed, divine interventions.
This building has been slowly gutted over the past 6 weeks to make way for a brand new student accommodation complex. Today, the focus shifting to pulling down the roof when the wall collapsed. Search and rescue crews quickly scoured the rubble for anyone trapped, while 2 construction workers operating the excavator moments before the accident were taken to be interviewed by police.
There's no reports of anybody missing at this time, and we've also been able to make sure that the site has remained safe in terms of the surrounding buildings.
2 men were taken to hospital with neck and leg injuries. Clementine Cuneo, 7 News.
There's growing concern this morning after the CSIRO confirmed the first mass bird death suspected to be linked with the N5H1 bird flu. Authorities have declared the virus outbreak is now impossible to contain, the nation now confirming 74 cases of bird flu. South Australian bird deaths are skyrocketing with 58 confirmed cases across the state. The disease has not yet spread to any poultry farms nationwide. Well, it's a must-do on the bucket list for Broome, but it's ended in disaster for these holidaying tourists. The couple in their 60s were on Cable Beach when the camel they were riding was spooked and bucked them off. The pair was taken to hospital where one remains in a stable condition with pretty serious injuries. We can now show you the shocking vision of the moment a Brisbane nurse put his jiu-jitsu training to the test after an allegedly abusive patient attacked him inside a hospital. Security footage shows Daniel Nelson escorting the intoxicated man from the emergency department at the Royal Brisbane and Women's Hospital before the patient suddenly lashes out. A code black, this black belt, Nelson restrains the man until security arrives, later sharing online that this is what many people never see inside hospitals. We're checking Tuesday's weather for you now. Brisbane mostly sunny and 23 degrees. Sydney sunny and 19. Canberra morning frost, partly cloudy, 19 degrees. Melbourne showers and 13. Hobart shower 2 and 13. 19 in Perth, some showers easing there. And Darwin mostly sunny, 32 degrees. Also to come on the Sunrise Early News, singer Phil Collins has shared a shocking health confession and a massive sinkhole swallows up a pickup truck in Texas. That's next on the Sunrise Early News.